broadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.
Starting goal.
Yep, okay. In goal, Mersh, you'll know this guy a little bit. The younger players of the day, I don't think they will. Alan Miller.
Yeah, with Arsenal with him when he was a youngster.
Yeah, come to West Brom on loan, I think, from Middlesbrough at the time, and within 2 or 3 games, he was a fan's favourite. You know, some of the saves he was pulling off, he was top draw, and myself at the time was a young pro kind of coming through, making my debut, and to play in front of him was fantastic. He was someone who I kind of watched off the pitch as well. He was really professional, the way he trained, and everyone loved him, from the tea lady to the young pros to the senior players. So I've got to go with him. He was superb.
Yeah,
what formation are we playing?
Playing a 3-4-3 is the only way I could get all my players in. So
Okay.
On the right side, I'm going to play James Collins.
He's a mate of yours, isn't he?
Yeah, one of my...
Oh, well, you're telling me he should be in. So you're saying he should be in?
I'm not saying anything. I think
he's having a good season.
Yeah,
he's having a good season.
He's in fantastic
He's got to shave
form.
that beard, but yeah, he's having a good season.
Yeah, I think his wife likes the beard. That's why it's staying on.
Yeah.
So yeah, but fantastic player. Someone who I played with at Cardiff. We played together at West Ham. He actually made his debut as a striker for Cardiff. I think he scored on his debut as a striker, or maybe his second game, but they soon realised he was a bit better playing at the back, and one of the best blockers of a ball and header of a ball I've ever played with. Really good Premier League players, had a really good career, and as you say, Mercy's probably in the form of his life at the minute for West Ham.
I'm with you there.
Who's in the middle?
Okay, another Welshman, Ashley Williams.
Who's not having his best season.
Yeah.
Who I thought was the best centre-half last season.
Really?
In the Premier League.
Yeah. Rumours of him going to, big.
Yeah,
top
and rightly so. But this season he's just struggled a bit, but done great for Wales, hasn't he?
Yeah, fantastic leader. I didn't really see that in him as a younger player coming into the World Squad, taking on a captaincy role, but I think it shows the mark of a man, the mentality, as well as the ability to be able to captain your country, captain your club, and then put in consistent performances week in, week out. It's fantastic.
He was named in the Euro qualifiers 11.
Yeah.
So that's out of all the teams in qualifying. So yeah.
Everyone talks about Bale and the goals he scored, but
no, he was outstanding.
Vitally important to the team for qualification.
Who's on the other side?
On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Rio's brother, Anton Ferdinand. Actually played against this guy in the Championship for the season before West Ham got promoted, and I actually then joined the season after, and didn't actually think that much of him as a player, to be honest with you. But when I moved to West Ham and got the chance to actually play alongside him, he was fantastic. We struck up a great partnership, and normally with centre-backs, you like to play with someone who's a little bit different to you, someone who's good in the air, because I wasn't so good in the air. I was more of a positional player, but we were very similar. We were good athletes. We could defend on one-on-ones. We were decent enough in the air, and
we could both play.
Yeah, and we could both play. And normally that doesn't always work, but we played really good together and really enjoyed playing alongside each other, and played some of our best football in our careers. So.
Well, the midfield, it's a pretty strong midfield, this.
Yeah, played with some really good midfielders in my time. Mile Jednak at Crystal Palace, one of the best defensive midfielders I probably played with. Mascherano at West Ham was another one, but I'm going to go with Mark Noble.
Yeah, good player.
Brilliant player. One of the best technical players I think I probably played with. He's so intelligent as well. If you ever trained, did a five-a-side or possession, you wanted him on your team because he never gives the ball away. And he kind of divides opinion a little bit with the West Ham fans. There's a lot of people see what he does, but there's some who think maybe he's underachieved a little bit in his career. But I think that's mainly because he changed his role into being a more defensive midfielder. When I was playing with him as a youngster, he used to get in the box and score goals, and But I think West Ham needed a defensive kind of midfielder, and he took on that role. And I think that shows how intelligent he is as a player, that he can adapt his game and still be playing at such a high
I
level.
think he's bang unlucky never to play for England.
Yeah, I think
Bang unlucky.
he should have had a few caps, to be fair,
Definitely.
but top player and deserves his testimony. That's going
Yeah,
to be coming.
absolutely.
On the left side of the diamond, I'm going to go with the legend that is Gary Speed.
Yeah, definitely.
What can I say? Great guy, unbelievable professional. Myself, at the time, a League One player with Cardiff, coming into an international team, I looked up to this guy. I used to watch him as well, how he conducted himself off the pitch, how he trained, and was in awe of him a little bit, to be honest, and learned a lot off him. And he was great with me, giving me advice and what have you, and never kicked up a fuss. Sometimes he used to play left back for the national team. He used to play in centre midfield, wherever, and he would always be a 7, 8 out of 10. And we spoke about him a little bit earlier. He took over as the Wales manager, and he started off this great form that they're showing now.
Yeah, and amazing to get that many games in the Premier League. Extraordinary. Who
Yeah.
else have you got?
Okay, on the right hand side, I'm going with another top player, Aaron Ramsey.
Did you see he was going to be that good when you first
Yeah.
see him play for Wales? Yeah.
Yeah. I think when he was younger, he had more faults, obviously. He used to hog the ball a little bit too much and get caught in possession sometimes. Yeah, but he's learned now, and he's one of the most natural players I've ever played with. I don't think he's needed to be coached. Everything you see, how he glides past people, his technique. I think he's just had that from a kid, and he's probably only learned maybe the defensive side of the game. I think everything else he hasn't even needed to be coached. He's such a fantastic player. Now he's adding goals to his game and in really good form for Arsenal in a minute. But I think I'm really looking forward to watching him play in the Euros. I still think in a Wales shirt there's more to come from him. His Arsenal form is great, but I think he needs to still step it up a gear or two with the national team, and hopefully he can do that in
Few
France.
England fans are getting a bit nervous with Ramsey.
Yeah, 2 match winners in the squad now, which is great.
Front of the diamond.
Yeah, front of the diamond, most expensive player in the world, Gareth Bale. What can I say again? Just a phenomenal talent. Remember seeing him as a 17-year-old coming into a training camp with Wales. No one really knew about him, and from day one, just his confidence on the ball. Technically, he was so advanced for his age, and you just knew straight away this boy's going to be a top player. And at the time, he was playing left back, and obviously now he's moved further forward and developed his game. But just an awesome player. I probably didn't think at that time he'd end up playing for Real Madrid, but it shows the progress that he's made, and just a top guy as well. Really.
And everyone says he's stayed totally grounded when he goes back to. Look at me, I'm Mr. Real Madrid now.
No, not at all. He's still a normal lad, home lad. Loves coming back to Wales and playing for his national team. Always gives 110%. Loves the banter with his fellow players, and actually bumped into him yesterday in a hotel in Wales, and he seems really happy. He's always happy to come back to Wales and play for his country, as I said. So just top player, and hopefully fit for the Euros.
You didn't try and book him for this show, did you?
No, I think he was busy. So
You got 2 minutes for the 2 forwards.
right. Okay, 3 forwards. I think. So on the left-hand side, another legend, Ryan Giggs.
He's in everybody's team.
Yeah, what can I say again? He's one of the best players, probably besides Gareth Bale, I've played with. Could do anything, could play anywhere, play on the wing, play centre midfield. A lot of people said he didn't really play as well for the national team, missed a lot of games for injury and stuff like that, but he was fantastic. Sometimes we used to do one-on-one sessions in training, and Mercer, this one where you get called a number, and if it matches the attacker, you have to go out on a one-on-one, and it was me with Giggs on a one-on-one, and he just twisted me inside out and ended up nutmegging me to score past the keeper, and I just thought, you know what, this guy's just too good, to be honest with you. But just top player, professional, and fantastic.
You've got 1.5 minutes left for the last 2.
Right-hand side, Craig Bellamy.
Yeah, good player, great man.
Someone to play against.
I liked him. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, top player, underrated, I think. His work rate, his professionalism. A guy who could raise the standard of a training session just on his own. I used to love training with him because I knew I couldn't be sloppy. I had to raise my game, otherwise he would be on me, telling me, come on, This is a standard you need to set. So I used to love training with him. Others would probably say different because he could get on your back, but top professional, great knowledge of the game, and I think he will go on to be a very good manager.
Now last night up there was Teddy Sheringham, who's there.
Yeah, I did have Sheringham yesterday, but I changed my mind. He put me in a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going with Dean Ashton. Very similar to Teddy Sheringham anyway, so I don't think it matters too much. Fantastic player. Could do anything. Great vision. Could play people in, hold the ball up. Really good finisher as well. He had every finish. He could drill a ball. He could whip a ball in the corner. Had some great battles with him in the lower leagues as well when he played for Crewe and I played for Cardiff. So it's fitting that I put him in the team because he'll be tweeting me later if I don't and then giving me a stick. But
he would
just a shame he got injured.
He'd have played
really.
100 times
Yeah,
for England.
yeah, he was just going to the next level really.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah,
Teddy Sheringham's unlucky not to get in because Teddy's world class.
Yeah, there's a couple there. To be fair, I didn't get
But
in.
that's brilliant, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely
cheers. Danny Gavinon's Monster 11, everybody. Cheers, mate.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live. On all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.
It was a roll down. That means thousands of you just got a share of the jackpot.
Will you be next? Lotto from the National Lottery.
A new BMW 3 Series doesn't quack, but you can rent it from only £39 from Sixt. Sixt, drive smug.
In the dark about your credit score? Financial havoc could be lurking. Let us take you and your score from to Money Supermarket's Credit Monitor lets you check and improve your score for free. Hope he's wearing trunks. Get money car. Money Supermarket.
Sun care is self-care. But wait, can it be lightweight? Meet Olay SPF 30. Powerful sun care in powerful skincare. Enjoy the light-to-bear feel of Regenerist Whip with SPF 30. Or indulge your skin with our moisturizing Total Effects 7-in-1 with SPF 30. Be out and about, enjoying the sun. Olay SPF 30 has you covered. Available at Boots.
At least eating fish is easy. John West No Drain Tuna. Now you can peel it, reseal it, and pop it in the fridge.
I met a man, his name was Aldi. He said, I've a challenge for you. If you swap to me completely, I'll make all your dreams come true. And he was right, the food was fantastic. We were pleasantly surprised with Aldi. So if like us, you're into your music, write your own song and give it loudly. When you swap to Aldi. Not bad.
Every day should give you something unexpected. A chance to savor the anticipation. Well, that's why I get dressed. In the dark. And why I head to Sky Vegas and spin the prize machine.
Play the prize machine for free with 100,000 free spins to be won every day. Only at Sky Vegas, the UK's most popular online casino.
It's summertime, summertime, summertime.
This program is sponsored by Bet365.
It's a high noon showdown in Carson with gunslingers old and new set to fire at a sold-out StubHub Centre. A revamped LA Galaxy with plenty to prove after a shambolic 2017 host a new set of local foes and ones that have been nothing short of sensational in kicking off their inaugural campaign with 2 straight wins. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, will we see him play for the Galaxy today? He can usually be relied upon to make a grand entrance. 6 times previously he scored on his league debut after switching clubs. Gets set for the most anticipated match in MLS so far this season. Expects no quarter to be asked, none given. LAFC have got some star names who have certainly hit the ground running. And at the StubHub, we are underway for the first LA derby between LA Galaxy and LAFC. Difficult really to call a favourite. You're with Dan Roebuck and Matt Jackson for the derby. Matt, so much to look forward to when it comes to this fixture on so many levels.
No, there really is, on and off the pitch. I mean, we've seen the clamour that the away fans have made in this stadium. You see the bunting, you see the occasion that, quite rightly it is, great occasion for the MLS. Expansive franchise and holding their own early on. Probably don't need this initial stoppage in play, but it does just show what it means to everybody here.
Bob Bradley has been there, seen it, done a lot when it comes to MLS. But then you're once again coming forward. Space on that left-hand side, a low ball in towards the Costa Rican. It's a decent first touch. What about the layoff here? Won't fall for Carlos Vela. Cole intercepts. Boateng loses out. LAFC have it once again. It is Vela again with a cover! Oh, yes! Inside the opening 5 minutes. That is absolutely brilliant from Carlos Vela. And it's LAFC and their support that go wild.
And quite rightly as well, what a great finish. We know his technical capability. Doesn't look a real surprise to him. Interesting, controversial moment. Should that be a foul? Possibly it should be, but you've got to switch on. It's not given. Should be enough numbers back for Galaxy. They'll just get done. Little ball into the box, and this is good play. It's a little touch, a bit of awareness, and then the ball as it comes out, given away cheaply outside the box. Can't let Vela have time and space. Just uses Ashley Cole, bends that ball round. Unbelievable start.
LA Galaxy, the established club, looking nervous, and they may well have to make way for the new kids on the block here. With a cross once again, Kamara has to stretch, can't quite get the shot away, it was just behind him. What about the breakaway from LAFC? Renya on the right hand side, has he got the pace and power to try and get away from Skjelvik? That's clever, but Rossi needs an out ball, he's found it. What about the finish from Vela again? Here he's taking it away from the keeper. Oh, it's off the bar and over the line and in, and that's a second. The breakaway from LAFC. And it's the 3-2-5-2 posse that celebrate again.
They just look devastated when the ball changes hands. Galaxy cannot cope with them at all. Just good play, good strength, and you've got to keep hold of the ball. But they've looked vulnerable, as I've said, all the way through. Galaxy, the back line is all over the place, and once Vela gets the ball here, thought he might go down for a penalty at that point, but his composure is fantastic, and I have to say the execution of the little chip, knowing that there's players on the line as well, absolutely outstanding. You just see this goalkeeper commits himself. Possibly, if he'd got clipped in the back of the legs, could have gone down for the penalty. Well, didn't need to do so. When you have that much ability, why would you? And this is just lovely awareness.
Arenya shows his strength well. Vela calling for it. Oh, it's an own goal! Žalgiris beats Bingham. Galaxy are down by 3. And they've barely taken their seats. And they can celebrate again, and it goes from bad to worse for Ziggy Schmidt.
Well, you talk about misfortune, and they are slightly unlucky, but they've just been killed by movement all afternoon so far. Skjelvik can't deal there with the movement, drops the wrong side, is exploited, and unfortunately, when you're getting turned, quite rightly, Reina looking to play that ball across in the 2-on-1 situation, so it's like to be a tap-in anyway. They have been destroyed down the middle of that defence.